Here are 5 more reasons why I keep my dietary fat intake very low. Welcome to the channel, and if you have seen my last video where I talked about the first reasons why I try to keep my dietary fat intake very low, you may have recognized that it was more based on my personal experience right after I slipped up or right after I made more exceptions with the dietary fat intake than usual. But since then, so since last week, Friday, I realized there are a lot more reasons why I keep my dietary fat intake very low, and I will share them with you right now. First one is calorie density. So fat is 9 calories per gram, carbohydrates and protein 4 calories per gram. And if you're like me and if you like to eat a lot or larger volumes, then if you spend your calories on fat, you just can eat less. So eating fat also takes an opportunity to carb up, to eat carbohydrates, and that's why I personally don't like to eat so much of it. But that's just the first one, more personal to me, more related to me, but the next ones will be scientific also. The second one is Denovo lipogenesis. So you can look up the work of Dr. John McDougall or Mark Hellerstein, and they talked about that the body is very inefficient of processing carbohydrates into body fat storages. But converting dietary fat to body fat storages is, I think, 10 times easier. It's like an energy effort of 3%, and converting carbohydrates to body fat is like 30%. So a very big difference. And so, like Dr. John McDougall always says, the fat you eat is the fat you wear. So if you eat too much fat, it will be easy for your body to convert it. Why are there people on the carnivore, paleo, keto diet that eat exclusively or mostly fat and don't gain weight? It's because of calorie restriction and maybe also metabolic damage. So, third reason is the load on the liver and on the gallbladder with fatty foods. I recommend you to read up on medical medium. I know I have some friends that are very much into medical medium. Me, I have read like 1 or 2 books about him and I liked it, but especially his perspective on fat and fatty liver disease and the liver in general, cleansing it, and also the gallbladder is, in my opinion, very good, contains a lot of truth, and it is not the sugar, not even the refined sugar, that is causing non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, but the dietary fat or the combination of fat and sugar. Which leads us to the fourth point, and it is sludging and thickening of the blood with all of the effects that come with it. Especially the works of Caldwell B. Esselstyn are very important in this regard. He basically spent his entire life researching heart disease and found a way how to reverse it and treat it with diet. And his diet is, I think, also around maximum of 10% of daily calories from fat. And sludging the blood, it leads to heart disease, it leads to arteriosclerosis, it leads to buildup of plaque in the arteries, it can lead to stroke also in the brain if it's too much pressure. It can lead to high blood pressure because if you have sick blood, your heart needs to pump harder in order to get the blood to every part of your body. But if it's like not thickened, if it's like liquid and good in a good flow, you don't have to worry about that. And also for the males out there, erectile dysfunction has the same reason. Thickening of the blood and narrowing of the arteries. So also to your penis, there is not enough blood flow to keep an erection and to keep the sexual functions intact. Last reason, and maybe that's the one that people are most puzzled about, is blood sugar, insulin resistance, and diabetes. So you may think sugar causes diabetes, sugar causes high blood sugar, which is not true. I will get my blood work done next month and I will put it up here, of course. And it is also documented. Look up Mastering Diabetes, Dr. Neil Barnard, again John McDougall, Walter Kempner with the rice diet. He basically cured patients of diabetes, high blood pressure with a diet of white rice, fruit juice, fruit and sugar. These 4 things, nothing else. You can look it up, Duke University, everything is covered. And of course, the GOAT, the GOAT of diabetes research, Harold Percival Himsworth, the one that coins the phrase insulin resistance versus insulin sensitivity, and who also found out the difference of type 1 and type 2 diabetics. So everyone talking about diabetes and referencing these terms, are they aware that the same one who found out about this also found out that sugar, including white table sugar, cures diabetes? I doubt it. So that's my reasons why I like to keep my dietary fat intake very low. If I missed something or you have your own reason, if you have further reasons, please let me know in the comments. Any question down there as well, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching as always.